your girl Naél, back with a new episode this week. We have a very special guest. I'm not going to introduce her yet though. So I want to thank you all for watching every episode that I put out thus far. It really means a lot to me, and thank you, thank you, thank you. Also, if you would like to be a guest on my show, make sure you click the link in my bio, thenaelhallshow@gmail.com. I will also put it in the description box for you guys to fill out. Thank you, and thank you. Without further ado, we're going to start this interview and introduce my special guest. I've known her for some years. I call her my big sister, Miss Njie Sabik.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming. I really appreciate it.
I love it. I love your set.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's tropical.
It is.
Island girl.
That Caribbean,
island
that's
girl.
right.
Right, island girl. So, tell the audience a little about yourself and your background.
Well, my name is Njie Sabik. I actually created that name, not the Njie part, the Sabik part.
Okay.
So Njie is actually my real name. It's African. My dad is from Gambia. My mom is Jamaican. Sabik, well, Njie means bright and shining star. And Sabik was something that I just looked up in astrology type stuff. And it said it was the second largest star. So I was like, what? I could put those two together. That's perfect. Right. So Njie Sabik.
When did you transition into this name? Because a lot of us know you as Keisha.
I know. So if you really know me, you call me Keisha, right? And that's I'll introduce you. Hey, okay, you really know me. When you call me Njie, I'm like, nah, you just met me. Right. But in 2010 is when I reintroduced myself back into the acting world, back into the modeling world. And I said, I didn't want to go by Nikisha Njie. I wanted to create something that was funky, that was cool, that was quick. And everyone always calls me my last name, so I just used it. So from 2010 till now, Njie Sabik.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you. If you had to choose one word to describe yourself, what would it be? Because right now you're very like the shining star that you said you are.
I would say bold.
Bold. Why is that?
I would say bold because no matter what fears, no matter what disappointments, no matter what circumstances come my way, I'm able to put on this, shield and just go for it. Yeah. And just go for it anyway. No matter if I'm afraid of it or I don't care if somebody has something to say. Right. So bold.
You just tackle it on. Straight.
Yeah, you got to. I got kids.
Right. What was it like for you growing up?
Oh, it was rough. It was 6 of us. And I actually was born and raised in Carroll City. And I lived in the apartments right across the street from Carroll City Senior High.
Did you go to Carroll City Senior High?
I went to Brentwood and Carroll City Middle. I went to Carroll City High School for about 2 weeks.
Boo.
And then I left and went to Norland. It was rough.
Okay.
Yeah.
We back on the same side.
Oh, okay. Look.
We back on the same side.
It was rough growing up because my mom was a single mom. So I saw a lot. Most of the times my mom was hardly home. So I'm the oldest, so I had to take care of all of my brothers and sisters. Sometimes it got aggravating, from learning how to cook on your own, doing hair, making bottles, It's
like you became a mom.
I did,
right.
I feel like it was times where I wanted to go outside and play, and I would have, I don't know if you ever seen what the babies they put the baby in the little carrier in the front like a book bag. I would put them in the back, and I'll be on my swinging, or the merry-go-round. Right. People are like, really, Keisha, you out here with him like that? I'm like, yeah, because I want to play.
Right.
I remember looking through magazines saying, oh my God, I wish I was a model, or I wish I was an actress, and we play make-believe all day. All day. You can tell me I wasn't a star.
It was from back then you wanted to become a model.
Yes, from a very young age, from about 6. I was in elementary. I was doing things in the drama programs there. I was doing things at church. Church is like, that thing, that foundation.
Platform. That's that platform for everybody.
Like seriously, yeah.
Right.
And that's when the acting bug hit me, was at church.
Right. So what did you used to do in church?
Oh God! What did I not do in church?
Right.
I used to do sermons. Where when like for youth Sundays, they would have us go up there and do sermons. I was in the youth choir, the ladies ministry, the dance ministry.
I feel like church helps you to it's like you start at a young age, so it helps you to become more confident, or
I
especially it helps with like public speaking.
I agree because, you know, in our church, they just shoved you out there. Like, no, you're going to be doing the, you know, the visitations and you doing the welcome and you doing the this and, you know, and it was like, okay, your mom and your dad or your grandma sitting there like, okay, you better do a good job. You know, so, you know, you didn't have any choice but to be out there, be bold and just do it.
Right. So what do you like to do for fun in your spare time today?
I'm an adventurous person, so I like to do anything. It could be from skydiving, snorkeling. It could be, girl, you name it.
Have you been skydiving yet?
I have not been skydiving yet. The most I've done in the air was parasailing.
Okay.
So I have
How
not.
was that? Because I'm terrified that string is going to pop and that's going to be it for me.
Well, first of all, you can't get up there thinking like that. You know, you can't get up there thinking like that. You just kind of enjoy the moment of being up there. It is a thrill because once that rope is going, you're like, oh my God, that's a long way down.
So how do you get back down? Do they reel you back down?
They reel you back.
Okay. Because I'm like, I don't know how you get back down. Okay.
Nah, they reel you back in. But yeah, I just like anything adventurous. I love to party with my friends, my family. You know, it could be a house party. So I love gatherings. You know, I love dancing. So you name it.
So what are some of your strengths and weaknesses?
Ooh. Strengths and weaknesses. I would say some of my strengths are self-encouragement and motivation to, you know, even to speak to other people. Right. I say that was really a strength, to be able to encourage other people. Okay. You know, sometimes the weakness is just taking my own medicine, you know. I can give it sometimes, but like, sometimes when you're going through it, you know, it's hard to take your own medicine. So I would definitely say that's a weakness.
So what is it like for Keisha, who, when I look at you on social media, you're all over the place. So how do you find that balance as a mom, as an actor, as a model, business owner? How do you find that balance? That's
an interesting question. A lot of times grandmothers or moms, you know, who are way older, 50s, you know, in their 60s, you have to live for your kids. You know, it's all about your kids now, and I hated that. I feel like, okay, well, when am I going to be able to be me? You know, or when am I able to live out my dreams? Because I've always been about kids since I was growing up. So my mentality's just been so different. You know, I feel like if I organize or if I plan certain things, you know, I can create that balance, and that's how I do it. I wouldn't say that at times it does get overwhelming, you know, because things don't go as planned. But I just continue the course anyway. So I think planning and organizing, you know, and sometimes bringing my kids along, you know, shoot, as many
Even
times
though they be running around.
Stop, don't touch. Girl, I remember my daughter, she's 2 now, but I remember, girl, going on set, having to film a full featured film, and she was only 6 months. And literally the grip guy had to hold her when it was like, you know, the light guy had to hold her, you know, the director like this, need you go ahead, you know, just to get it done because I have this passion, you know. Even at my office, if you know, even the business, they'll come there too. Hey, go get that client. All right, this is what you're gonna do. So they'll learn
them from a young age.
Follow your dreams. What it is that you want to do. Let's go. Let's support it.
So both of us are very tall women. Yes. And I want to know, what was it like for you growing up as a tall girl? Because for me, I always felt like I'm always in the back of the line. People always picking on me. They can't see through me.
Yes.
Like, so what was it like for you, being that you were also tall?
It was the same thing. Really? It was the same thing. You know, they'll call me giant. They used to call me tree. They used to call me all kinds of things. So I really didn't embrace my height until after high school, maybe going into college, you know, when it was like, oh, now it was like a beautiful thing. Like, dang, you tall. Like, ooh, Amazon.
You exotic.
You exotic. So, you know, it wasn't until then that other people allowed me to appreciate my height, you know? So that's something that I want to instill in my kids too. I don't want someone else to be able to define what's okay for them, you know? I want them to be able to do that themselves. So yeah, I learned the hard way.
So some of you may or may not know that Njie models, she acts. What would you say if it was like back in the days in that industry versus today?
Well, far as the modeling, I started young, but I stopped everything.
Okay.
So I started maybe like at 16.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I started at 16, but I kind of got into a lot because a lot of the guys, you know, here it is,
Right.
you're tall, like, you know,
Right.
and, you know, it was just a lot. It was a lot. I have a big story with that, but it was a lot. And I was like, you know what, I can't do it. If this is
Right.
what the industry is about, I don't want to do it.
Right.
Forget it. When I got back into it in 2010, I was like, oh my God, I'm confident. I
Right.
love who I am.
You felt more prepared.
Yeah.
As you
But it
got
really
older.
got discouraging too.
Right.
Because I was like, okay, here it is. I'm a size 2. I'm skinny, you know. I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna do these runways. And most people loved me. But most
Right.
times they were like, you're too muscular.
Right.
Like, we can't use, you know, your body type. And I'm like, really?
Right.
So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna follow what I really love. And that's when the acting.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, back then,
Right.
it was more stereotypes. It was more, hey, you have to look like this, look like that. Now, I'm looking at the models now and I'm like, oh no. Girl.
Listen.
I'm like, really? What dog? You know, so it's a big difference now because they're more accepting to, you know, body types, the
Right.
different heights,
Yes, definitely.
different
definitely.
looks,
Especially
different
plus
cultures.
size. I feel like plus size is more recognized today.
Girl, did you
compared
see
to back
Lizzie?
then. Yes, I did.
Honey.
Yes, I did.
Come on, Liz.
Right.
So yeah, it's different.
Right. So what were you like in your younger days versus the woman you are today?
Oh my God, younger days I was shy.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't
girl.
believe you. I don't believe you.
Okay, I was shy to an extent. I had to know you to
Okay.
come out my show. Now I even if I
You
don't
don't
know
care.
you. Yeah, so I would say I was really, really shy.
Do you feel like, are you proud of the woman you've grown to be today?
I am very proud of the woman I've grown to be. And I'm glad that I was willing to try different things
Right.
to get me to be this woman,
Right.
you know? So I don't have any regrets to say, what if, you know, oh my God, if I would have, or
Right.
no, I did it, you know?
Right.
If I wanted to do it, I did it, you know? So I'm very proud of the woman I am today. And the woman I'm still becoming.
Amen.
Yeah, because I'm still becoming an even better woman, you know? So, yeah.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years from now?
Child. A millionaire, you know, author, you know, got 3 books completed, you know, property, some assets built up.
Right.
My company has different locations in different states.
Right.
You know, I see greatness.
So have you started?
Married.
Yeah,
Come on,
claim-
God.
No more kids, though. No more
Nope.
kids. No more kids. No more kids.
I'm having kids 3
No more
and done.
kids. Please tell the audience exactly what business you currently have today and what it is that you have going on.
Okay, so the business I have today is actually called Executive Financial Associates. I created the business back in 2011 with a partner, and partner and I split ways. It was a different name back then. Business is not easy. It's not easy. It's a continuous process of not giving up, of giving your all, no matter what. It's located in Pembroke Pines, and I'm really excited about that as well because I would say this year is my year to embark on something new, something different. You know, I decided to just take the business and go a different route, even though it's taxes, even though it's finance, you know, you're dealing with, you know, credit, taxes, you name it, building corporations for individuals. I have employees, so I'm really excited this year. This is almost like a brand new step for me, what I'm taking.
So what is it like for you this year, being that you have a 2-year-old? How is it for you trying to run your business?
I think it would be hard if I was alone.
Really?
No, yeah, I think it would be harder if I was alone. And I say alone meaning single mom with no family, no brothers, no sisters, no aunts, no uncles. I think then it would be hard, you know. They make it a little bit easier when you have a support system, and not just any support system. You know, I'm not a support system that you have to go out and look for. Like, hey, can you support me? Hey, no, a support system that genuinely comes to you and say, no, come on, you going to all right? Let me get her. Let me this. You know, so it's a little different. And the boys are big, so they, you know, they're on.
They do their own.
Yeah,
thing
they do their own thing. Yeah, mine ain't going. I ain't going. Like what? They hurt my feelings now.
Right.
So yeah.
So coming from a past of the entertainment industry, how did you venture off into the tax industry?
Well, it actually happened at the same time.
Really?
Yeah. So when I got into the business at 2010, to the acting and the modeling in 2010, you realize that most gigs that you go on, you're not going to get paid right away, right? You're not going to get paid the amount of money that you think you're going to get paid, and you still need to sustain your family. You still need to make sure that your family's okay. Hence the reason I created the business, so that my family can have that foundation to be able to to be sufficient, because it's hard. It's a grind when you're out there doing this, the movies and the films. And I've done countless stage plays. And, yes, countless stage plays, countless, web series. And I'm still doing it, So, and then now I'm work for the school board. So, and that's because, like I said, with the businesses, there's ups and downs. So before, when I started in 2011, the only thing I did was acting. I had no other job. And I had no other job until last year. Where things got a little rough, when the business was, it was hard and you wanted to give up, but I didn't, thank God.
I had a conversation with you, and
it was
you
hard.
were at a very low point, and I'm very proud of where you are today. So what hardships did you face when opening your tax office?
At first it was capital. You had to have a certain capital to want to open up an office, to establish yourself with supplies, the software, the training. I just knew I wanted to open up a business, but I had no training for it. So those for me were some of the hardships that, you can get over it, but it was like, oh my God, how am I going to do this? Am I going to do it? But I was able to get the funding privately because my credit wasn't there. I did a lot of stuff to myself. So
we all have.
So I did a lot of stuff to myself. So I was able to get the funding to do it. Then it was just trying to find the right employees, because with taxes, you want to make sure you find people who are professional, honest, confidential, and hardworking. Because it's just like with the acting, you don't get paid right away. You don't see the income right away. Just like a regular job, 2 weeks. But sometimes, what if the client doesn't get paid? It's just little things. So finding a good secretary, who can answer the phones professionally.
How many employees do you currently have right now?
Oh, just 2.
Just 2?
Yeah,
okay.
Just 2 people now. When I first started out, I had about 5. Then I had grown up to about 12 people. I had about 3 locations. I was doing pretty good. And like I said, that's when I had my partner, and he and I would, make that thing run, But then when that partnership broke, some people became a little selfish. Things just didn't go right.
The business broke.
Yeah, the business broke, and I became depressed. And when you become depressed,
it's hard to pick yourself back up.
It's hard. Even though people are saying, you can do it. And it's like, man, when I tell you I'm bold, it's like, man, you're going through all of that, and I got to put on this shield, like, hey, oh my God, yes, I got it,
and keep going.
Imagine going from those many offices to now you got to mobily drive to people's houses to do the taxes. Now you're on a laptop, and you're like, oh my God, now I feel like a rinky-dink, but I kept pushing, no matter what people said, no matter what they did,
still kept going.
I kept pushing, and those were some of the hardships I would say that I endured, or even marketing, getting yourself out there. Because there's so many tax offices, just like with any other business.
And it's like what's going to stand you apart.
Yeah. So marketing was another hardship.
So how do you drive traffic in your business today?
Now I drive traffic with word of mouth.
Okay.
I think word of mouth is really powerful, because if the person trusts you, that you're gonna keep that cycle going. So I use my clients a lot to try to bring in more clientele. Social media has been something really good. Websites. That's about it. I have not done radio this year. I've not done any of those things. When I did that initially, that's what brought my traffic in.
Really?
Yeah, that's what made the business really successful, was radio. But now the funds aren't there like that. That doesn't mean you stop. That doesn't mean, you don't continue to look for other ways to bring the traffic in until that traffic comes.
Do you feel like today social media is the best way to go about promoting your business?
No. No, there's just so many other angles. Like I said, you can do radio. There's just so many things you can do. I don't think radio is just TV, there's just too many other angles.
Do you feel like a lot of people do radio ads today, or it depends on the type of business?
I think it depends on the type of business. Okay. Yeah, because I haven't heard too many ads on the radio. I think social media has become this, this big thing, so most people are gravitating towards social media.
The only ads I hear is parties.
Parties, I know, right?
It's
but it works, though.
Right? Yeah, it definitely works for them. When can someone begin to file their taxes this year?
This year, we can start processing taxes January 27th. Okay. Most people have already received their W-2 forms. Some have gotten their 1099s already. So you can come into the office early so that we can prepare your returns, but we can't actually process it until the 27th.
So how long will it take to process it?
I mean, it just depends. Oh, well, once we push that button, it just depends. It usually takes about 7 to 21 days. Okay. You know, just realistically, it takes about 7 to 21 days.
So is there like a deadline, not deadline, but is there a refund date? Like certain people can expect it on this date?
It just depends. You know, it really depends. Right now they have like the rapid refunds where certain banks are offering different things where some people can get their money in 24, 48 hours. Right. Other people with their banks they're using are within the 7 to 2 week, time frame. Yeah, within the 7 to 2 week time frame. They do give dates though, however. I know most people who are processing usually, I don't want to quote myself, but usually when they're processing on the 27th, that very first day, they definitely get their money before Valentine's Day.
Oh, okay, great. When can business owners file their taxes?
Oh, it just depends on the type of business. But most businesses like corporations usually file by March 15th.
By March 15th. Mm-hmm. Can a small business get a tax refund?
It just depends on the type of business. Okay. So it depends on the type of business. You have the S Corps, you have the C Corps, you got LLCs, you got so many different businesses. But overall, if that corporation has put in more of their estimated taxes, what they paid into the IRS, they'll be able to get that back.
Okay. Can you file taxes if you aren't working, but you have a dependent?
No. So the only way to file taxes is if you have earned income. Okay. So if you've earned income $400 or more, usually, then you can file. Okay. So that's usually the thing. So that's why most people who do have dependents, they have small businesses or. They have small businesses or they do just do little things.
So do you know anybody whose income tax has been garnished?
Yes, I know quite a few people. I would say for some of my clients, their taxes have been garnished because of either student loans or...
that's a big one.
Or child support.
Right.
It even happened to me, Like I said, my life has been like a trial and error type of thing. I didn't have the guidance that mom and dad, hey, this is how your life is supposed to go. This is the structure you should be abiding by. I kind of just went with the flow.
You had to teach yourself.
Which I kind of did, and I made a lot of mistakes. So my taxes were garnished because of my student loans, and I was hurt. That check was like $7,800 and something dollars and the whole thing was just gone. You're like, what? Why y'all gotta take the whole thing?
The whole thing.
You know what I mean?
At least it went to the student loans and got detailed.
I guess. But there's ways to prevent that. Right. I would not work on that in the year that you're about to file. Right. This is something that you have to do prior because once they activate that garnishment, it's activated. Yeah, it's activated. Right. So you want to put your student loans in deferment. You want to talk to them, see if you can make the minimum payments, something. You want to do something to help yourself from getting into that situation.
It's a sticky situation.
It's a sticky situation because once it's done, it's done.
Right. Do you have any up and coming projects that you're working on this year?
Far as the acting goes, I'm supposed to do a stage play in April. I'm not sure how that one is going yet, but that's supposed to come up. I just wrapped up a film that is coming out, Zone 911, Part 2.
I did see that.
Yes, so Part 2 will be coming out soon. Shout out to Paul. Woo, woo. And for the stage play, Damian McKnight is the realist. Okay.
Is it going to be here?
It is going to be here in Miramar. So in addition to the stage plays, there's a web series that's out now on YouTube, To Each His Own. So you can definitely check that out. I play like a schizophrenic.
Oh no!
You gotta watch it. Like that's how she is. Don't do me like that. No, but I loved it. I have my own podcast as well. It's not my very own. It's three of us. It's called Way Different. Okay. Yeah. So that's something that I do as well. Yeah. Besides that, just the taxes.
So when it's not tax season, what is Njie doing?
Ooh, when it's not tax season, I'm full-fledged acting.
Really?
Yeah, full-fledged acting. I know I'm still doing it with the taxes, but not as much because most people I have to tell them to hold on. Hence, the stage play is not until April. Okay. You know, the web series, I'm already done with it. The film Zone 911, I'm already, you know, completed it. So most of the things I don't do. The podcast I still do every Thursday. And that's about it. You know, when it comes down to taxes, you really have to give your clients that undivided attention as much as you can. And that's why I wanted to hire some people, because I kind of lost that customer service, you know, trying to juggle everything. Important. It's really important, especially for a small business and Black owned and female, you know, so we want to be professional. But yeah, that's about it. You know?
Sounds fun.
Y'all come check me out.
Do you have any advice for anyone heading in your industry as far as wanting to be an actress? I'm sorry.
Far as being an actor, I would say be fearless and have thick skin. You know, you will receive a lot of no's, but that does not mean you're definitely a no. Every director has their choice, and as long as you bring your talent to the max, you know, you studied your role, you've dived in to see what that, you know, the character build up is, you've given it your all. If that director likes you, they'll choose you.
So are headshots beneficial?
I think headshots are very beneficial. You know, headshots, body shots are very beneficial. Keeping up to date on your social media is very beneficial. Most times I didn't get roles because I don't have the numbers on social media. And I'm like, really? But y'all ain't tried my acting. You know, so unfortunately, that's just how it is, you know? So you're blending in with the times. So that's something you want to work on is too. They're changing. And what do? You evolve.
Do you feel like it's easier to get casted through social media than actually going through an agency?
Oh, that's a good question. I think most of the times if you're getting casted through social media, I don't think it's the same type of casting that you're going to get through an agency. Most agencies are going to get you that SAG job. And that's kind of what you want. You know, you want to get that kind of job where most of the jobs that you might get on social media, you know, might be SAG ultra low or not at all. You know, some paid, not paid at all, you know, so it's a little different. I mean, if it's an agency, at least you know it's legit. You know it's legit.
So we're going to play a little game.
Oh, God.
Are you familiar with Would You Rather?
No, but okay.
Okay, so it's Would You Rather income tax version.
Okay.
So you have a refund amount of $3,500, and I'm going to ask you, would you rather this or that?
Okay, and I don't have to give an explanation. I just say it's either this or that.
No, you're going to explain. Okay, so question 1.
Yes.
Would you rather get your body done or use the money for a down payment on a brand new car?
Why would you do that? That's so hard. First of all, I would get my body done, and here's why. Here's why. My cars are paid off, so I don't have to worry about no down payments. I'm not with the payments. So body, here I come. $3,500 might not be enough, but I'm just saying.
It's a down payment. Question 2.
Okay.
Would you rather spend your refund traveling to at least 2 islands or paying off your student loan debt?
So we got to be professional. Jeez. I mean, you know, here's the thing. If I'm working throughout the year, then, you know, I would use that money to help me pay off my student loans. You know, I would take a portion of, I'm not going to lie, I would take a portion of my income tax money, put it up for savings, and, you know, kind of just break it down. Vacation, items that I really need, and savings.
So you would split
everything. I would split it up. Yeah, I would split it up. Because I have
But if you had to choose.
Okay, go ahead.
What would you choose?
What is it again?
The trip or paying off your loans?
Girl, I'm going on a trip. Sorry. Where I'm going, 2 countries? Oh, yeah, I'm out of here.
Okay. Hey.
Professionally, I would not do that. You see, I had to choose.
Okay, question 3.
Okay, go.
Would you rather save the money towards a new home or lease a foreign car?
Why would you ask me these kind of questions? I love foreign too. Them awesome martins, girl. Oh,
they're nice, very nice.
All right.
Be responsible.
But this is just a game, right? Nah, I would definitely do the down payment on a home. You know,
And you have a family.
Yeah. Even if I didn't have a family, you know, the cars loses value as soon as you take it off the lot. You know, that home won't. So I would definitely get the down payment, you know, game or no game. That foreign gonna wait. Yeah, that foreign gonna wait.
Okay, question 4. Would you rather use your refund to start a business or buy designer clothing?
Girl, start a business quick. You know how many designer clothes I can buy with my business?
Right.
You know what I mean?
But see, a lot of people would have chosen chose the other one.
Yeah, I know. Just like me when I took my trip.
Right.
Don't do me like that. Nah, but definitely, you start your business. It's going to be hard, you know, but you keep consistent at it. It will work for you. You'll be able to buy whatever
everything
designer
you want.
You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Okay.
Last
question.
Oh God, I thought that
question
was
5.
Oh my God, I'm nervous. Go.
Would you invest your refund in a friend's great business idea that was guaranteed the opportunity for you to quit your job and make 60% profit, or save the money and invest in yourself?
Well, there's nothing guaranteed in life, but so since this is a game and I have to answer the question, I would definitely invest in a friend.
Okay.
I would definitely invest in a friend. Why? That's better. That's better for me, you know? So, you know, I made a profit on what I've invested, and let's do it. You know, I wouldn't mind. I've done it before where I've given my friends money to invest in projects that may not have ever worked, but you know, it was their dream, it was their passion. So I have done that before. Yeah, for several.
And sometimes you have to help others before you help yourself.
Yeah, but those friends haven't helped me, but it's all good.
God sees this. God sees it. God sees your hard work.
I would not do it again.
Okay.
I would continue to do that. That's the type of heart that I have.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah.
So before we leave here today, would you like to leave the audience with any positive advice or words of encouragement? Always
be yourself. No matter what it is that you want to do, make sure you go out there and you do the research. If it's acting, if it's modeling, if it's owning your own business, don't listen to the naysayers that tell you, no, you can't, or why are you doing this? If it's in your heart and it's something that you want to do, listen, the right crowd, the right people will gravitate towards you. They will follow you. As long as you believe, trust me, others will believe too. And that's something that I live by with my acting. If I don't believe it on screen or on stage, I cannot expect you to believe it in the audience. So that's why I engross myself in my acting. Like I'm gone.
I'm just waiting for you to take off one day.
It's happening, you know, it's coming, you know. It's coming, and
I
believe
for
that.
A while.
I have been doing it for a while. It's been about 10 years professionally. They always say overnight success happens after 10 years. So come on, 2020.
I hope this your year. I hope this your year. I want to see you on the big screen.
Come on, 2020. No, I believe it's going to happen. I think everything is within God's timing. At first, like I told you, when I was going through that period of depression, you know, it seems dismal. You don't think it's ever going to happen, you know? But then you realize, you know what? When I am ready, when God is saying, you know what, Njie, it's your time. You go for it.
When you are fully prepared.
Yeah, but don't stop getting yourself prepared. Don't stop and sit down. Keep it going. Keep it going. Yeah, just like you. Look at my Yes.
Thank you for coming by today. I really appreciate it because I know you're always busy, but you make time for me, so I appreciate it.
I have to. That's what family does. Period.
Right.
No matter
what. And that's it. That's it.
Period. Njie Sabik, y'all catch me out. Njie Sabik. Njie Sabik on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, same thing. Oh, and the business. Hello. Executive Financial Associates. All right, that's in Pembroke Pines. You guys can hit me up, 305-780-9192. For real.
It was a pleasure having you here today. Once again, thank you for stopping by.
Of course.
Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel right here, right now. We out.
Ew.